What's going on? Everybody pulling in. Hey. What are you doing? Meow. Come here. You want to say hi? Ooh. Mute. Hey, you. Hey, you. Hey, Mike Rosser / Dad. Thanks for joining. Who's excited for some What If Party Thor? If Thor didn't have a brother tonight, we'll be starting in about 30 minutes. So, something to get excited about. What you doing? Big fan. Well, thank you for joining, Calise. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel. All of you guys, thanks for joining. I'm interested to see what happens in this episode. The last few have been pretty dark. So hopefully we get a little lighter one here with Party Thor. But, you know, you never can tell. You never can tell. Thank you, Akashot. Hey, come here. What you doing? Today is Party Thor. Yes, Chen. Levi, how you doing? What about the Clifford delay? I actually am just devastated about the Clifford delay. Absolutely devastated. What you doing? Say meow? What do you guys say? Nothing? You want to go? Go ahead. Go ahead. How you doing, Snapped Away? I am, but I'm also excited for Doogie, episode 3, and Nick Turner. Well, there you go, Ben. Lots of stuff coming up. This is not the last episode. What is this? Number 7? So we have 2 more after this. 2 more episodes after this one. Teague, Noah, how you doing? Glad you made it. Everybody smash that like button. And get ready for what you doing? Why you gotta knock things off? Ooh. Is that a dog? Almost. He acts like a dog. Let's pull up our Discord and our Twitter. Oh, did you find some books? Good. I know you went looking for them, so good to hear you actually found some. There we go. What you doing over there? Do you hear another cat? Whew. Yeah, no, my expectations and my hope for Party Thor is that it's going to be a fun one. Jake, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Did you see Felix, Jake? Thank you for the super chat as well. Appreciate the support. Always coming from your side of the chat box. Good day, Badingo. I'm doing well. Can I please call me Chris? You can call me Chris. That's my name. Come here. Come say hi to Jake. He gave us a super chat so you can get cat food. Say thank you, Jake. He's giving you snack. He's the one that feeds you. He's the one that gives you food. Say thank you, Jake. Ouchie. Ouchie. The whole normal fam. Teague, Snapped Away, Ben, Marcel, how you doing? I see you rolling in. Just going to have to wait a little bit for... What's an unannounced MCU show you'll think they'll announce on November 12th? The thing is, we don't know exactly what they're going to make Disney Plus shows. And what they're going to make movies, right? So it really comes down to guessing what's going to be a show versus a movie. Like, are they going to do a Deadpool series? You would assume, and you know, we've heard rumors and everything about how they're making a movie, but it could be a surprise series that we're not expecting. I don't imagine that's the case. That's Felix. He's a big boy. What you back there doing? And he gave you another $2, Felix. So let's see. What can we guess? What projects do we know are coming? I don't think Fantastic Four is going to be a Disney Plus, right? There's way too chance for a box office there. So what are stuff that's slightly less interesting? Slightly less interesting than, you know, the big box office Shang-Chi, stuff like that that's happening that you would expect to see on a Disney Plus series, or something that requires more to be more in depth. You know, if we had 8 episodes, I think, of Loki, maybe 9, I can't remember how many we've had now, but they were all 45 minutes long. That's longer than a normal movie. And I think that's because Loki required a lot of... What are you doing? A lot of details and explanations. So the dark Felix, that's not inaccurate. He gave me a little cut on my arm, snapped away. Dark Felix is right. He's a little mean sometimes. The Iron Lad series, that's a good call. If they're gonna start heading in the direction of the Young Avengers, which we're gonna start see peaking in the Hawkeye series, right? She's gonna be a Young Avenger, and personally, I'd like to see Hawkeye not die or retire, but I'd like to see him become the mentor for the Young Avengers. You know, the Nick Fury type for the Young Avengers. Not really there and fighting, but he was a real Avenger. He helped save the world from Thanos. You know, he's got real insight. It'd be cool to see that. So an Iron Lad series would be really cool to bring that character to life, to get him ready for the Young Avengers. That's a perfect pick, Jake. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's a perfect pick of something that would get a Disney Plus series. Maybe a secret Daredevil season 4. I don't know what their plan is for the Netflix characters, honestly. I think a lot of people want Daredevil specifically to come in, but what you doing? But I don't know. I don't know what Kevin Feige's trying to do. Yeah, no, I loved Loki. Loki was I had a lot of fun with Loki. It was my favorite Disney Plus series for sure. A White Vision series? I don't think we're going to see White Vision for a bit. I don't think we're going to see Vision for a bit. I think he's going to go off into hiding, make some discoveries, and then he'll pop back up. Armor Wars, that's another good one. That's I mean, we know that one's coming, right? You know Miss Marvel's coming. I heard rumored it's coming in February today. Also, guys, officially I am going to the Venom world premiere. Super, super excited for that. Super, super excited for that. That's on the 27th, by the way. Every time Hawkeye appears, they win. When he ain't there, he loses. They lose. Yeah, Hawkeye was a important character, and I hope we get some of that information in the Hawkeye series. You know, I hope it's not just all, okay, let's move on to this new chick now. I hope they do dwell a little bit on Hawkeye's contribution to the Avengers. Because from what we saw, you know, he's the one everybody laughed at. Hawkeye was the glue of the Avengers, as said by his wife. We're saying Hawkeye be the Nick Fury because he would be perfect, his morals and all too. Exactly, Jake. I think he would play a perfect mentor to the Young Avengers. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Your favorite too, Noah? Yeah, Loki was fun. I had the most fun watching Loki. I love WandaVision. It was different. It was an experience. But I had the most fun watching Loki. You're going to see Venom Let There Be Carnage on October 2nd with a friend. That's awesome. Super exciting. And Warren is live, everybody. What you doing? Knocking all my lights down. Hey. Any snacks? Today I have a G Fuel. Because thanks to G Fuel, I actually got my ticket to the Venom World premiere. So, hey! Caht! You're breaking everything. Come here. What you doing? Calm down. Here, get on the chair. You're crazy. You're crazy. Thank you for the super chat snapped away. I appreciate it. But no food this time. I gotta hook up my headphones real quick, guys. Just give me half a moment. Let's see, where is the button? Bluetooth. Welcome back, Caht. Don't knock any of these over. They have liquid in them. Okay. Now he's destroying everything. He knocked my light down, which is fine because I guess I still look fine without it. And what you doing? Did you find the camera? Huh? Your cat going mad from all the Marvel talk? Probably, honestly. I'm up all night watching Marvel shows. I'm up all night talking about Marvel shows. He just wants some attention. He's like, why is Iron Man more important than me? The Spider-Menace better not appear in Venom. It sounds like that's what's going to happen to Daily Bugle. It sounds like that's what's going to be happening. The world premiere was in London last week. Yeah, the world premiere was in London last week. But they do more than one. I guess the American premiere. The red carpet premiere. You calm down. Go over the top. Go over the top. Go over the top. Cat in the camera like, yeah, that's pretty funny. You whacking me with your tail. Oh, challenged. Here's a hot topic. Am I a cat or a dog person? Well, I've probably had more cats than I've had dogs. Let's see. I like all animals. I think I'm probably more a cat person just because cats are fun and they're easy. They're independent. They take care of themselves. They wash themselves. Sometimes you have to really work for their love, but I guess that makes it all the more worth it. What about Jane Foster becoming Lady Thor or female Thor? What if your cat is a Flurkin? Then I'll lose an eye. He actually scratched me in the eye. I almost went full Nick Fury because of him. There could be a Wolverine show revealed because he would need a lot more than a movie to get him settled in the MCU. Yeah, but I don't think they're going to start with Wolverine. I think they're going to get to Wolverine, you know? I think Wolverine was such a staple character in the Fox universe that they're going to need to introduce other characters first. You know? So I don't think Wolverine's going to be one of the first at all. So I don't think they're going to start by announcing a Wolverine series. You know, we don't even know who the mutants are in the MCU yet. And although I think the Eternals might get to touching to that, because they definitely could, there is no actual concrete knowledge of Eternals in the MCU. Yeah, that's true, Teague. It was a bit of a disappointing loss of his eye. You know, it's his big secret the whole time. And then it's like, oh, it was a cat. It wasn't a cat. It was an alien cat. Definitely a weird way to explain that. But hey, they got the connection, didn't they? What you doing? Meow. Am I going to need to bring you downstairs? We demand a proper Doctor Doom. Oh, 100%. If we don't get a normal, proper Doctor Doom, then we've been failed. This is a chance to get a really, really cool villain in Doctor Doom. Very excited for that prospect. He's one of my favorite villains of all time. Him and the Joker. So I hope that they decide to treat him very well and give him like almost a Thanos-like build-up so that we get really excited. How you doing, Keaton? Thank you for joining. What you doing, nothing? I hope that Doctor Strange Supreme, you hope that he shows up? Yeah, I agree. Mutant show leading up to an X-Men team-up, which I would love. I agree, but again, you know, you got to think. The Disney Plus stuff is going to be stuff that isn't going to be the best box office reveals. You know? When we get a huge opportunity for a mutant reveal in the MCU, it's going to be in theater. So maybe eventually we'll get an X-Men storyline, but not until we have mutants. When we get mutants in the MCU through a movie that will get people excited, that will get people on board, that's where we're at. It's hard to anticipate what Kevin Feige is thinking over there. Jake Hedge says, Chris looked at his cat like, this guy will kill me. I need to watch what I say. Then said, all animals, and then complimented his cat. Blink twice if you need help, Chris. Honestly, I might do. He's a handful. He's a lot of fun, but he's a handful. He's a hybrid cat. So his great-grandfather is a leopard, Asian leopard. So he's got a little wild in him, and he definitely likes to remind me about it. A solo Namor show. Yeah, that could be interesting. I'm pretty convinced that Black Panther 3 was going to have Namor. I don't know if it will anymore, Black Panther 2 was going to have Namor. I don't know if it will anymore because of, the situation with the loss of Chadwick Boseman and they have to reorganize. But it'd be cool to see a Namor show, get an introduction to Atlantis, and then clash the two maybe in Black Panther 3. That'd be a lot of fun. Sean, Geeky Vapor, how you doing? Thanks for joining back up. They need to do the original first class for X-Men, Cyclops, Beast, Angel, Iceman, and Marvel Girl. Yeah, and I agree with you, Teague. I think if they start with the normal X-Men, and then try to wrangle in some of those crazier ones like Rogue, or, even Deadpool, some of the crazier ones, Wolverine is a perfect example. That would be a ton of fun to see that. So I need them to do a whole X-Men origin story, get that together, then bring in some of those more crazy characters from the mutant side. Don't just start with X-Men, or don't just start with Wolverine. Work your way over to him. They're taking their time with the mutants. Yeah, I think so, but I think they need to for it to make sense. People asking if the episode is out. It comes out around 12 o'clock Pacific time. Yeah, it should be out in about 10-15 minutes. You had the craziest cat. He was a devil cat. I've had, not me personally, but my family has had probably 20, 30 cats my entire life. Some of them have been really mellow and chill. Some have been really fat. Some of them have been really athletic. Some have been super independent and wanted nothing to do with people. Other were super attention seeking. Everyone is a different personality. And you never really know, he knows how to open doors. He's trying to open, did you see that? Who saw him try to open that door? You can't get him. He's bolted shut, so you can't escape. You want to see Avengers Secret Wars in the MCU? Yeah, I hope we see Secret Wars. I think Secret Wars will be a lot of fun. The first class team were great in the first two movies. So was the OG X-Men movies, but they stuffed it with the rest. Same with Sony and Spider-Man 3, and Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I think they got to the point where it was just more substance and less details and less story. The first few were really, really good, and then they just kind of fell apart. And I don't think that's going to happen at the MCU, but they're going to take their time to make sure it doesn't happen. Does that make sense? You don't think they'll call them X-Men? Disney probably won't let them be called the X-Men. We'll have to see. I think there's only so much you can change before it just becomes something completely different, but we'll see. You had the Deadpool funny reference where they were, what did they call it? X-Force instead of X-Men because it was more gender appropriate. Snapped Away says, watched Logan again. So sad to see Hugh Jackman leave. He was such an amazing actor who can't be replaced. No, he played a fantastic Wolverine. But Marvel will find somebody. Don't worry too much about that. Marvel will find somebody. Jake says, don't you think that shows will introduce the Young Avengers first? It seems like that is the direction they're going. Do you know difference in budget? Is it cheaper for the shows? Well, WandaVision had $1 million budget per episode. So they're definitely lower in budget overall. If you look at like Avengers Endgame, which I think had like a $300 million budget or something like that, right? But they are giving a ton of attention. And the technology that they're using, like with The Mandalorian, they used the green screen bubble room where they filmed the entire thing. They didn't leave. Allows them to be cheaper. Now, that technology is really expensive to create and to purchase, but Disney owns it. So as they cycle that technology in those studios, if they have 4 studios around to different projects, it will end up being cheaper in the long run. So it's difficult to say because all movies generally try to be as on-site as possible, which definitely raises budget as you're flying cast, crew, and equipment around the world. But then you have these Disney Plus shows doing this extraordinary stuff with some extraordinary new technology. So definitely hard to say. I think movies are still going to be the big, exciting, there's not going to be an Avengers show. They could use Disney Plus to introduce all of them, the Young Avengers, and then have a Young Avengers movie would probably be the way they're going to do that. MJ or Gwen? I was a sucker for Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy. She was pretty great. She's a fantastic actress. I've always liked Emma Stone. She looked really great. She was a lot of fun. She was a very capable and independent Gwen Stacy, which I thought was fun to watch. They killed her off, sadly, but that's how it is. You have a Lynx Minx Highland Curl Cat Bobby. She's the sweetest thing, follows me everywhere. I got an old gray tabby named Smokey. That's really cool, Levi. Thanks for sharing. I love animals and pets. I've had all sorts of exotic animals and normal animals, and I used to own a prairie dog named Dave. We have a bearded dragon named Steve. We have all sorts of different animals, so it's always a lot of fun to introduce an animal, even though they can be a lot of work. Yes, Mike, Dad, he is going on vacation. He's flying to Florida with me soon. And then I'm flying from Florida to California for the Venom premiere, guys, which I'm still super stoked about. When is the Shang-Chi release in Disney Plus? The Shang-Chi release is on the 12th, as well as Jungle Cruise, also coming out on the 12th. Isn't that right, Dickie? Go ahead. Yeah, I didn't have a crush necessarily on Gwen Stacy, but I've always had a crush on Emma Stone. She's pretty great. Just don't tell it my wife. She gets jealous. But yeah, Shang-Chi releases on the 12th. We still don't actually know if it's going to be paid for or free. It might be Premier Access at a discounted price, but I don't know for sure. Bryce Dallas Howard was a cute Gwen. I think she's probably a lot older now. Not to say she's isn't cute. I haven't seen her since those movies, but... Jake asks, so do you think that they would do introduction stories for Young Avengers? They could expound more on their backstories with more screen time. Cheaper seems like a smart idea. I would imagine that's probably the plan, since the Young Avengers still aren't going to be the Avengers. You know, the new Avengers, the Dark Avengers, the Thunderbolts, whatever big storyline they're going with there, that's going to be the most fun. That's going to be the most exciting. You think Dave is the perfect name for a prairie dog? We had him for a few years. He loved Cheerios. I got a few scars from him. He bit me a few times. But yeah, Dave. That's what we'd say to him. It was a good name for him, Teague. Jake says, so stoked for you. I can't wait for Venom. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. A new trailer just came out, and Venom's yelling at Carnage. I'm so sick of this guy. It's going to be a good movie, I think. It's only an hour and a half long, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I think Doctor Strange is going to take revenge from Witcher, or he is going to redeem himself by helping himself. We'll have to see. That universe was destroyed, but perhaps Strange Supreme is still alive and will escape somehow and make his way over to the Witcher. You gonna knock it over? Hey. What you doing? Crazy boy. Crazy boy. Shang-Chi is only for rent on Disney Plus. I think Black Widow is out next month for free with subs. Yeah, they actually haven't commented specifically, Medego, on that, and it might be different in each region, because I know you're in Australia. Disney Plus Day on the 12th, also the day all this stuff is going to release. We should get more answers, hopefully. 3 dogs, a poodle, wolfhound, chihuahua, some other tiny twitchy dog, and a yellow lab hound mastiff. Ooh, a lab mastiff's probably pretty big. Our neighbors behind us have a poodle husky mix, and it's huge. And it looks like a werewolf right before it turned back into a human. It's pretty crazy looking. And Felix fights him all the time. Jake says, so Sony is crossing Venom and Spider-Man. If that's a thing, I will melt. It seems like it's going to happen. I still personally hope it's Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I don't want Tom to get mixed up in all of the Spider-Man and all the Venom stuff. But I think they want Tom Holland. He's a very, very, very beloved actor. All the generations seem to love him. Nobody really complains a whole lot. So I think that's what they're going for, and it seems like it's definitely happening. Yeah, Snapped. Only an hour and a half. It's not very long. Maybe an hour 35 or 40 or something like that, but it's a very short film. Very short. So I'm curious if it's like a huge cliffhanger it leaves us on and Carnage is alive and Venom needs Spider-Man to help him, but very, very long. How's my family doing with the recent thing in Northport, Florida? I mean, handling it because of the fact that your family's a Florida native. Yeah, my whole family lives in Daytona Beach. I'm not sure, actually, to be honest, what you're referring to, the Northport, Florida thing. Maybe if you can elaborate, I'll know what it is. But just based off that, I don't actually know what it is. But my family's all well. They're fine. They're hanging out. You might go see Shang-Chi tomorrow now that theaters have required proof of vaccine. Oh, do they, Sean? Well, there you go. Now you'll be able to go and do that. I'm glad for you. It's a very, very good movie. You're going to enjoy it thoroughly. Let's see if we have episode 7. Gotta refresh real quick. Toby, Spider-Man, wow, she's hot. Holland, Spider-Man, that's my Aunt May. Toby, Spider-Man screams. Yeah, that would be pretty funny, the Daily Bugle. That's an article for you. Andrew, Spider-Man, and Deadpool movie pitch. No. I want Tom Holland and Deadpool. I would love to see Tom Holland and Deadpool. It would be too funny. Tom Holland has this obliviousness about him that would just pair so well with Deadpool, with Ryan Reynolds. It would be a blast. I'm begging for it. I don't know if it'll ever happen. You can't put one of the children's most beloved characters with Deadpool without cleaning up Deadpool a ton, but I would love to see a Spider-Man Deadpool crossover. Your dog's named Xena, Levi? Very good. Very good. That's a good name. Xena, Felix. You want to play with Xena? What you doing? Shang-Chi was pretty fun. You wouldn't say it was your favorite? That's all right. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely my second favorite origin movie for sure. I can't think of an origin film other than Iron Man that is more entertaining on its own to watch. I like really thinking about it. Stop, watch. Full size. Let's get ready to rumble. I may go back to theaters when Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, I've actually been going to the theater since Tenet. September 2020, I think. I think it was that, yeah. And we've done okay. You want me to refresh my Twitter? Refreshing my Twitter. Is this you? Thanks to Culture Chris for saying my name in your live stream. Going live now. Heart and retweet. Thanks for being a part of the team. There you go. Enjoy. Hashtag what if. There you go. Look. Big on hanging out. Thanks for being a part, guys. Thank you so much. Hello from Ireland, my favorite cosmic culture. Thank you for joining all the way from Ireland. Captain America was fantastic. See, Jake, that's the only thing you and I disagree on. Is I'm not in on the Captain America hype. It's just not my favorite. It's here. All right, guys, it's game time. Who's excited? I'm going to be starting this here in just a second. Give you a second to log on. Get your devices ready. Remember, the timer is where we're at in the show. I'll be starting it here in 3, 2, 1. See you later, Teague. Bum, 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 bum. Where's my drumstick? Bum, 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 bum. Bum 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 ba da ba da ba da ba dum bum 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 ba ba da bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum 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 ba 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 ba. Sweet, we're in, boys. Let's do this. We got to hear the whole Witcher dialogue. I'm hoping for an exciting episode, a happy episode. Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston. Oh, we got the whole crew. Kat Dennings, Samuel L. Jackson, Jeff Goldblum, Colby Smulders. We got all the big names. Taika Waititi, Karen Gillan, Jamie Alexander. You're going to start attacking me right when the show starts? Lay down. Hey, hey, hey. Lay down. We got all the big names in this one. What are you doing? Hey, behave. Behave. Give me a second, guys. Hey. Come on. All right, we're back. It's doing the beeping. Whew. Too much running. The invasion. It's just going to be Thor going to a party, though. Let's see. We're in Las Vegas. Holy moly. Elvis, guys. Elvis. We come to party. This is gonna be awesome. Yeah. Ooh. Our brotherhood's so long and pivotal. This is an interesting premise. A very different prince. Yeah, spoiled brat, because he didn't have to watch his brother all the time. Oh, Odin's dead. Party invasion? Oh, he's not dead. It was the Odin sleep. No parties. Kinda. They didn't say that Idris Elba was in this. Maybe he just won't say anything. No. Hey, Infinity Gauntlet. Party. Do you think Thor's mom's having an affair with Loki's dad? Elvis lives. Party on Midgard. Hey! You try to drink it all, but you can't because it's magic. Thor. Oh. She's gonna fall in love with Party Thor. Maybe I'm Party Thor in this universe. I like Kat Dennings. She's hilarious. Howard. This is hilarious. Got him at Party Thor was the least thing I cared about. I hope it gets interesting somehow. It's fun. I'm just trying to have a fun night. I need a good laugh after the last dark ones we've had. Imagine trying to explain that you have. Imagine trying to explain a PhD to an alien. Remember Thor's an Aussie? Yeah, he's an Aussie at heart, isn't he? The drink never runs out. It's magic. This is fun. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Hey, look who it is. Release the foam. Karen Gillan, Korg. Daniel Bellagio, Falcon. Hey, Drex. Elvis just married Darcy Ann Howard. Magic Saints. What is going on? Oh, no, 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 no. Rocket! They cut all her hair. Oh, no, they didn't. It's just tied up. Korg took out Fury. Fashionably late, as usual. Thank you for joining Torque. Core killed Nick Fury. I love how everybody's laughing about that. Imagine, Medigo. The diplomatic Captain Marvel. What? None of these episodes are ever what you think they're gonna be. It's Loki! Nah! How you doing, Tanish? Brothers forever! Only booming, bro. This is awesome. Captain Marvel shows up to ruin the fun. This is for the world. That's about right. Boom! Of course, Captain Marvel has to ruin all the fun. Party pooper! Of course, she's just gonna beat up Thor, because why not? Oh, hammer to the face! Party pooper! Coming back! Bonk! You want me to put the hammer down? Oh my goodness. Bye. To the United Kingdom she goes. Stonehenge. Knock down all of Stonehenge? Oh, she caught it. She caught it. She caught it. Bonk. You would think he wouldn't be worthy for the hammer. Now we're doing Looney Tunes. This episode's fantastic. I'm loving this. Snapped away. Super cool fight sequence. Pa pa. What are those noises? The next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Really? I'm still not quite there with Captain Marvel. Hawaii? Pum! Cause you're a party pooper. Love you. I love. What'd I say? This is awesome. Mephisto! Not actually. They're in Australia! Poof. Midgard. We never get to fire the nukes. This is super funny, Madego. Iceman, let's bounce. All the Australia bits are hilarious. You gotta love it. Taika Waititi and Chris Hemsworth. I guess Taika's from New Zealand, but I'm sure they got some Australia love. Give me strength. This is hilarious. I'm loving it. Not the figure. The Snuggie. Full of unicorns. So odd. Uh-oh. What is happening? Ultron! That ending, though. There we go. Ultra Vision, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's exciting. That was my favorite episode. Before Warren asks or says, because y'all know he will. That was without a doubt my favorite episode. Let's pull up the Discord. Let's hop up into La Tag. Turn on live video. I believe my cat unplugged my camera. She did. Good job, cat. Boom, baby. Well, that was a freaking fun episode. This one had the best ending. It's going to get more answers here in a little bit as well. And then on top of that, it was just... Oh no, my camera's blah. Oh no. I wonder if I can fix it. Hey, I fixed it. I did it. Okay. Now that episode was without a doubt the best. 10 out of 10. Augie, how you doing, mate? Thanks for joining. No, yeah, absolutely a ton of fun. They gave us everything. Warren! That was my favorite episode, hands down. No question. That was a fun time. And then the ending. Hear me! Oh, hey guys. I only have one issue with the whole thing. Nope, I have to ruin something. I'll be the party pooper. Party pooper. And here's why. Here's why. Well, you can't call me a party pooper, now let me be a party pooper. Do you not think he wouldn't be worthy to have the hammer? What do you mean? He's lost it for less. I think so. Why did he lose it in the first Thor? I don't know. I think worthiness is about the heart. And his heart wasn't in the place of somebody who's going to protect the 9 realms. I would argue he wasn't worthy. But what say you, oh wise chat? Oh, it was fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was a blast too. You're 100% right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why not? That's a fair argument. I'll give that. I'll give that. I'll send that. Yeah, no, I solved that. I solved that. No, not solve. What's the word? Ship. That's not the word. I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. But I agree. That makes sense. That answers my questions. Now it's not a 9.9. Now it's a 10. Oh no, the fight. At one point when he was chucking the lightning at her, and they just kept chucking more. I said, next time on Dragon Ball Z. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. No, it was a lot of fun. The jokes, the references, the characters. Kat Dennings is just hilarious everywhere she shows up. This is our first. Oh, what was the term they used? International relations. Oh, is that what the kids are calling it nowadays? So much fun. So much fun. And then, of course, the big, huge ending. Ooh. Mm-hmm. I do have a counterpoint. Snapped away on my side of the chat says there was some type of spell on the hammer because Captain Marvel could not get it off of her. That is a good counterpoint. A lively debate tonight, boys. That's why we're here, though. A lot of fun. Regardless of that, really, because in reality it doesn't matter. It's very possible that he really just was worthy because he's Thor and he doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah. Maybe it's just too powerful. Mm-hmm. That's true as well. That's true as well. Lively debate, though. Good job, chat, for ringing in some really good points, all of you guys. Voltron. Chen, you bring up a good point by what you say. She said, I'm not a fan of how these episodes feel like half episodes due to the cliffhanger endings. However, this one we're going to get resolution. Right? Am I right in that, Warren? We're going to get resolution from this cliffhanger. There's more story coming. This is the big 2 finale episodes. Yeah. Yep. The Watcher was surprised too. He's like, what's going on here? Yeah. No one can hear Warren. Why not? This whole time and nobody told me? Yeah, that's what it is, Warren. Because you talk so quietly. I actually have no clue why. You do your thing. I'll figure that out. We need Warren. I saw that. It wasn't a very convincing photo. It's a drawing.
Taken down. Apparently
Is
people
it?
are like,
all right, now you can hear Warren.
Right away.
Thank you for letting me know.
It looks
We're talking about the Professor X photo that went out a
in
couple
Doctor
hours
Strange
ago.
Multiverse of Madness. I mean,
my only issue with these is it's always the same. Like, what's the actual connection? What connects this to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness?
what connects what?
This photo.
Show?
No, this photo. What's the
photo?
connection here? There's no like, oh yeah, this is taken from the set. But I don't know. I mean, that'd be cool if it was true, and I wouldn't be surprised if it were. Here, send it in.
I think he's in it. I mean, remember he said he met with Kevin Feige.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And I don't think he was gonna say, "Yep, we talked about it. I'm in."
Right. I'm kind of looking right now. Yeah, I mean, interesting.
It's an interesting thought. Definitely something to look into a little bit because anything will be an interesting video.
Yeah, no kidding.
But the same with those leaks that disappeared off the internet for Spider-Man No Way Home that supposedly revealed the Sinister Six, but they're just gone. It's like, what? They're gone? They gotta be somewhere. Somebody's gotta have them.
Feige has him in his vault.
Yeah, Feige's got him
next to all of his weapons.
His Infinity Gauntlet with
next to his freaking
YouTubers
sniper rifles that he's got with a picture of my freaking face on it. Like, with he's got like X's marked from other freaking YouTubers, and I don't have an X through my name yet. It's like Harry Potter. How like they're
how many more strikes do you have though?
That's true.
That's the question.
I've got little ticks by my name, and he's just waiting to like strike 3, pull the trigger on Cosmic. We got him.
Yeah.
Hold on. Super chat from Isaiah Richardson Jr. Thank you. Hammer was always enchanted. Thor and grew up seeing it and it became Prince when he lifted it in the MCU. Odin stripped away Thor's power away and did a second enchantment, send it to Earth. Yeah, I mean, there probably was some type of enchantment on it.
I just don't think he passed the threshold of being unworthy. That's all. I just think it was questionable.
Yeah, I don't think he became unworthy.
That's what I'm saying. But I was bringing up the point that potentially he could have been if Odin really cared. I guess he was in his deep sleep, so he isn't even there to chastise him.
Oh, that's what I laughed really like. The most exciting thing my father ever did was fall asleep. I laughed so hard at that part.
Good night, Levi. Thanks for stopping by.
I laughed probably harder than I should have.
That was pretty. No, I laughed pretty hard at a few different
my
parts.
My father ever did was fall asleep. I was like, what? So, okay, yeah. So Ultron is totally infiltrating the multiverse, and it's
The big question is, does this bleed into the live-action MCU?
We'll see.
I mean, so here's one thing that's happening, and we were actually talking about this over on my side, and I'm sure you've thought about it. We know for a fact we're getting Disney Plus Day, December 12th.
Yeah.
Which maybe we'll get a trailer for this, that, the other, a couple release dates, but you have to at least hope that we'll be getting some new projects revealed. But they're not going to be movies because it's Disney Plus Day. They're going to be Disney Plus projects. So the question is, what merits a Disney Plus show? What's going to be announced? Because it's not going to be, the Fantastic Four. They're going to get a movie. But
I don't know how much new stuff we're going to get, though.
Well, they announced new titles pretty far into the future, and maybe we won't. Maybe we will. But regardless, eventually we're going to get new stuff. Maybe we get White Vision versus Vision Ultron, and that's a series. I have no clue. But they can do whatever they want with this Disney Plus shows. It opens up such a huge door of possibility and opportunity.
They can do whatever they want because of the multiverse now.
Exactly.
They literally do whatever they want. So yeah, I mean, we could definitely see all this bleed into what's really happening.
Night, Daniel.
And maybe they're bringing Ultron back. Period. And
that'd be fun too.
White Vision is Ultron secretly.
Maybe the Young Avengers take out Ultron.
Maybe. Hold on. Cam K, thanks for the super chat. Like the episode, get it to cartoon, but why the military didn't show up once it took freaking 8 years to travel through the
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just because they left it up to S.H.I.E.L.D., right? Because that's what S.H.I.E.L.D. does. They're the ones who deal with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess if you think about it, S.H.I.E.L.D. is the only people who showed up in the regular Thor too, right? The military didn't show up to inspect everything in that small town. It was Thor, or it was S.H.I.E.L.D.
S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah.
Right. So, I mean, sticking with the same
narrative there.
Basis there, yeah. You want to know what? I was curious too. I was like, why are you acting director? What happened to Fury? You want to know why I'm acting?
Cannonball! That was pretty funny.
Okay, he's still unconscious.
I kind of like Maria Hill giving Captain Marvel all that crap.
Yeah.
It's about time somebody put her in her place.
I just can't. I don't like.
Yeah, I know. I was saying that the whole time. It's like she really is just a party pooper. Before Thor.
It's not even Brie Larson.
It's just the way the character's structured.
The attitude of the character. Yeah. I don't think they did a good job. I think they could have went in a different direction to really make the character great.
And I think they possibly got that feedback from the fans. I feel like the majority of us feel that way. I won't speak for everybody, but I think probably the majority of people would say, yeah, she's kind of off-putting. So hopefully that'll change in the future. Brie Larson's a fantastic actress, and she's just doing what she was directed to do. I just think the character is very abrasive.
I was always a big Brie Larson fan. I think she's doing some weird stuff now, but that's her life, dude.
Yeah, do you
want? But I've always really liked Brie Larson. I didn't like the portrayal of Captain Marvel.
She's very abrasive, party pooper. She kind of takes the fun out of everything.
Yeah, and again, I don't think it's Brie Larson's fault, but I do think they are poking fun of that in this episode.
I think a little bit. I think Marvel's heard the fans, and maybe in the future,
party pooper part and everything like that.
Exactly.
Take
care, Snapped Away. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, they're kind of playing into that.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows? Maybe the Marvels will be a lot better. Maybe it'll be funnier. I'm certainly hoping that she gets redemption.
and I think that they will. They'll fix that. There shouldn't be any issue with that. And we've seen in Shang-Chi, she's not going anywhere. She's at the end of that. She's important, and she's going to be important in the cosmic connection to Earth. Especially since MCU separating.
She did seem a little bit better there, didn't she?
At that point, yeah, 100%. She wasn't talking down to everybody. She was just like, no, don't know. We'll have to see though. That's an important part moving forward, and it is cool as you're reading the freaking all the Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Kat Dennings, literally all of them in this episode. It was a purebred episode for actors, and you get another connection to these characters, even though they're not necessarily the same connection. They're different multiverse characters, but it is fun to see them in that different light.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, and I think. I don't know. I do think there are a lot of people that really like Captain Marvel the way she is, which good for you. Like that's nice. I just it's off-putting to me. I feel like she's way too serious, but maybe that's just her whole shtick.
Yeah, not everybody can just goof about all the time. Somebody's got to clean up the trash.
I'm definitely more of like a Thor type of character.
Absolutely, that was fun. That was a blast.
DJ Wavy D. Do you think they are going to rush Kang and Galactus? I feel like there's so many threats out there. Kang, Galactus, Wanda, Spider-Verse. Smaller ones. Thank you for that super chat. No, I don't think Marvel ever really rushes anything. I think they take their time. I think everything's well thought out. I don't think they're going to rush all that. I think it's going to hit perfectly.
I agree 100% with that.
Yeah.
So Searcher flirting with the Statue of Liberty was funny as hell. Yes, Naveen, it was.
That was a good part. I have somebody asking at the end who was the guy at the end. That was Ultron, but
some Vision Visiontron.
Like, it's a Voltron.
It's almost like Ultron survived, right? If you think in the terms of the main MCU timeline, granted it's a different universe, but presume Ultron survived. He would have built Vision's body for his own consciousness. And that's almost like what happened.
But that's what was happening in Age of Ultron. He was building
the perfect
building Vision's body to. So I mean, essentially, this could be what happened. Like, because Ultron was in the vibranium body, or maybe it wasn't vibranium at first. Ultron was in the body, and then he was building Vision.
Yeah.
And he was going to take over that, right? So it seems like he probably did that. No, it's but it seems like he did take over the actual Vision body and then took his old body and put it on his arm.
Yeah.
Is what it kind of looks like.
Definitely looks like that. And then collected all the Infinity Stones.
Yeah. Joaquin Fernandez. A lot of us hate Captain Marvel in the comics too. Kara was great as Miss Marvel, but as Captain Marvel, she's horrible. She has a superiority complex now, and characters like Wonder Woman don't. See, that's actually
exactly it.
That's my thing. Is the superiority complex? Like, I don't care that she's like super serious and everything like that. And I'm not talking about this episode. I think this episode was good, and I think her offset to Thor in this episode was like really good.
It was perfect. Yeah, they pulled the perfect character to fight Party Thor.
Right, yeah. I just I think the superiority complex is the thing that really bugs me.
Yeah, and Torqued on my side says, yeah, to me, Captain Marvel in her origin movie isn't humble at all. It's not pleasant to watch somebody that is constantly full of themselves in a non-joke way.
That's the deal, right?
There's no pleasantry there.
No, whereas with Thor, he's full of himself, but
it's funny.
There's a lot of quirks, and it's funny to offset that.
Yeah.
But again, humility. Like Captain Marvel 2 comes out, I'm gonna watch Captain Marvel 2. Like,
for sure.
And
I think her character will evolve a little bit. Kind of has to.
Who knows?
Can we talk about?
Well, Kyra M, thanks for super chats. This episode felt like something on Disney XD.
Oh dang.
That's pretty good.
Can we talk about how cool Loki was?
Dude, Loki was.
You're like my brother from another mother. I was like, yes,
brothers forever. Brothers forever.
She's not my mother. We're brothers from another mother. Remember?
Yeah, right. Who created? Oh, and Kyra, thank you for that super chat. Who created Ultron in this universe?
In the MCU or in
what I think what we just saw. I
don't think he came from that universe.
Yeah, he definitely came from another universe,
which is why the Watcher was confused.
Which is why the Watcher was freaking out. So he's like, what the, what I see everything, and all the universes, like, what's happening?
Right. Yeah. Even all of the superior beings saw whatever Ultron did, and it was, a Nexus event. This wasn't supposed to happen. Who and what is this? And that might be why the Watcher fights him in the final one.
I think so. Yeah. Isaiah Richardson Jr. Thanks for another super chat. There wouldn't be a Vision without Thor joining the Avengers to power him in the first place, but this Ultron can be from another universe. Yeah, I totally.
Yeah, Bailey. If that's
totally
how she is in the
it's-
comics,
he-
I don't
he's
think they
gotta
did a
be
bad
from
job
another
portraying her
universe.
character. I just don't
And-
think people
and
like
again,
watching
I think
her
that's why the
character.
Watcher
I
is
think that's
so,
the issue. And will Doctor
like,
Doom be in Black
confused
Panther: Wakanda Forever? If not, what will he be in?
Kind of like
I don't think he'll be
I
in
see
Wakanda
everything.
Forever.
I didn't
Maybe he'll
see
be in the
this.
third
Came out of
Wakanda,
nowhere.
or
So
they'll start
clearly,
to
I
sneak him
think
in
he
there
comes
later
from a
after the
different
fact. We'll have to wait and see. And yeah, exactly what works towards.
What's my opinion
You've
on
set it out
Marvel
perfectly.
making Hulk weak in the movies? I don't like it. I'm waiting for like World Breaker Hulk,
Yep, that's what I need to
or
see at least one time
or
before he
or
goes.
or something like way different, like Maestro Hulk. I don't like I liked Hulk in Avengers, the first Avengers, and like I liked him in Ragnarok, but I was not a big fan of Professor Hulk. Especially the part where he cringes at his former self when they're in the past. I cringed at that part. Like I cringed at him cringing at his former self because I like his former self more than his current self.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, nah.
Will we see
So-
Kang in this What If season? I don't believe so. I think
No,
there's
I
a
think-
lot
I
of
think-
Kang we need to discover in the real world before we can get him in What If.
I think Ultron is the finale. I think
Yeah.
The Watcher in the next episode will gather different people from different universes.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Strange Supreme.
Yep.
And then I think the last episode will be the last battle.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool that they decided to connect them at the end, and that'll grab everything.
Right. That'll definitely make the next episodes more.
Yeah. And it's a cool way to bring back, the other characters as well. Maybe they'll get the Spider-Man from the zombie movie, or bring in zombie Thanos. Let's go.
Oh gosh, with the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Ultron killed him or took him from zombie Thanos.
There you go.
Because he can see him.
Where's an easy place I can get all the Infinity Stones?
Yeah, right. Oh, look, a dead Thanos. I was gonna address something, but I don't know. Brian Slick, you guys are aware that Carol is essentially goddess, military. Yes, I've worked fighter pilots in Iraq. Danvers is a rake hell compared to real fighter pilots. Is a rake hell?
I've never heard that expression.
I've never heard that expression either. I don't know if you're saying she's better or worse. I'm sorry, I really don't.
I'm not questioning whether or not the character is the way the character is supposed to be. I think the big question is only, is she fun to watch? And I think the answer is no, regardless of if her personality is warranted, called for, appropriate, inappropriate. I just don't think people enjoy watching it regardless.
I think exactly what you just said. I think the character
Is done properly.
is done the way it's supposed to be done. I think
It's just
they
not
had a
fan
vision
favorite.
for it and they did it. Yeah, I don't like Captain Marvel. Like
Yeah,
I don't like her
just simple
attitude.
as that.
I did kind of enjoy Captain Marvel the movie. It's not a movie I hated. I didn't like how she just came in an Endgame and was like, "Oh, look at me, I'm stronger than everybody." That was stupid. Like we spent years building up other characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, just to come and kind of say Captain Marvel fix everything. It's just kind of like, it was really weird to me. It didn't make a lot of sense to me because she would like fight Thanos and like kind of beat him, but then he'd just like throw her out of nowhere. And then she was like out for like minutes at a time. I'm like, how are you just like clearly stronger than Thanos? And then he like throws you into some rocks and then you're down and Tony has to die and everything. Like to me, it was a big plot hole to me. And I didn't like that. I didn't like them doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah. For the people saying wrong, oh, you're wrong. Captain Marvel's not like that. Like that's your own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Not wrong. It's my opinion. I don't like her. And that's just how it is. Like, and I'm never gonna apologize for that. I don't like the character. Maybe
Yeah.
she'll make a redemption. Maybe not. There's other characters I don't like in the MCU. You know, I love Wanda. I love Thor. I love Doctor Strange. I love Spider-Man. There's characters I like and characters I don't like.
Yeah. And that goes out to everybody, and that's completely just 100% it. If you like the character, that's awesome for you. I'm sure there are people out there that don't like Iron Man. I don't like Captain America, and I get crap for it all the time.
I don't like Captain America either. I mean, I don't mind Captain America, but I've never been like a gung-ho Captain America.
Yeah, and there are people who love him, and he's their favorite Avenger, and I get that. You got to remember that everybody identifies to characters depending on where they are in their lives, depending on different memories they have as childs. There's so many different aspects, and that's why the MCU has been built into what it is, that we're literally sitting here on YouTube Live talking about it, and people are here joining with us because of those memories and those connections, and each to their own. I do, however, firmly believe the overwhelming majority don't prefer to watch Captain Marvel.
And I've never made fun of anybody for liking anything. I've seen people talk about Captain Marvel all the time, and I've never been like, that's dumb. Like, they shouldn't like Captain Marvel. Because I'm a firm believer of letting people like what they like. I mean,
I do like what Seds Mozo, I definitely pronounced that name wrong, but Monica Rambeau with her little screen time better than Carol Danvers. I'm excited to see Monica Rambeau in the future of the MCU. She's going to be a blast.
yeah, I mean, and I actually do think the combination of Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers, and Monica Rambeau is actually going to make for a pretty good movie. I think the three of them together are actually going to be something pretty exciting, especially if they're linking into like Secret Wars. I think it's going to be a pretty big movie, actually. So, there was a question I wanted to address. Where was it? Infinifan 80. Personally, I really like Carol's personality. It worked well in this episode. She was the straight man to Thor's hygiene. And I'm not disagreeing with that. I actually think it did really work well for the episode. I'm strictly talking about the MCU. Okay, Brian's like, thanks for another super chat. Appreciate you explaining Raquel Recluse. As for her superiority, her Char has more responsibility than all of the Avengers combined. Maybe you guys would like Captain Marvel better if her name was Carl Danvers. No, not at all. This has nothing to do with her being a woman. Nothing at all. And I hate people.
One of Warren's favorite superheroes of all time is Wonder Woman, guys.
Wonder Woman is one of my favorites of all time. There's a picture of her hanging on my wall right there. I have zero problem with female superheroes. I love female superheroes, and I probably would rather watch them than male superheroes. No, it has nothing to do with that. I don't like the character. There's nothing deeper than that. It's like it doesn't go any deeper than that. No, I don't care. It has nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman. And I mean, I didn't necessarily really like Marvel, and I like Jude Law.
Awful.
And I like Jude Law, but I think it's kind of a bummer because the story had a lot of potential. And I still think like the Kree-Skrull War does have a lot of potential.
And that'll be fun.
So, yeah. So, yeah.
I think, and to finish up here, we should talk about What If for a second.
Maybe.
The future of this series hopefully continues on in Season 2. Because they said we're going to get some Phase Force characters in Season 2. And they're set the precedent here that they are actually all going to connect at the end, which is just going to make it a lot more enjoyable. You know, you and I have talked off camera a little bit about what is it that What If is potentially missing compared to other MCU stories. And that is the speculation, the where is this going? Right. And they gave that to us tonight, which has me really excited for the remaining episodes and for future seasons.
Yeah, and I think stakes have made it a little less exciting. But when you have episodes like this, and when you have episodes like the Strange Supreme one that I really, really enjoyed, I don't think you necessarily need all that stuff. I think good episodes will get people excited. I think What If has been like an okay series. It's had a lot of great episodes and some that were a little lackluster.
Yeah, 100%.
But you know what? And speaking in the theme of this like chat tonight about opinions and everything, I've seen the episodes that I really didn't like. People are like, this was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I really like this episode, and I've seen some people say this is the worst episode so far. Like, and that's just how it is, and that's okay. Like, it
There's
doesn't
nothing
matter.
wrong with that.
Right.
We are united by our
We act
differences.
like it's such a big problem that we disagree and have different opinions,
how-
but it's really not. Like, it's okay.
You know how boring these conversations would be if we agreed on absolutely everything? It's like,
That
yeah,
too,
that was
that
awesome.
too.
10 out of 10. Yeah, 10 out of
Yeah.
10. Cool. Good night. Like,
Right.
it's our differences that unite us, isn't it?
Right, and I just saw someone say this, like, why don't I like Captain America? I mean, I don't dislike him. I don't get really excited by him.
Don't have that emotional connection to the character.
Yeah, I don't really have a big emotional connection to him. Whereas, like, Iron Man, I particularly enjoy. Thor, I particularly enjoy. I don't dislike Captain America by any means. I like him. He's just not my favorite, you know. He stands for a lot of good, and I like that about him.
And that's what Warren doesn't like about him.
Yeah, right. No,
Captain America needs to be more evil.
Yeah, that's what it is. No, he stands for a lot of good. That is what I really like him. I like his patriotism. There's a lot that I do like about Captain America, and I rewatched Captain America, the first movie, the other day, and I was like, dang, I forgot how good this movie was. It's not like I don't like him, and I really enjoy the movies. Captain America: Winter Soldier and Captain America: Civil War are two of my favorite movies. But as far as like who's your favorite superhero, I'm never like Captain America. Like, I just would I like to be Captain America? Yes.
Would I like to look like Captain America? Yes.
Look like him? Yes. I mean, if we're being honest, I'd just love to be Chris Evans.
There you go.
Yeah. But again, like, and who was it? It was Brian Slick. Thanks for that super chat. I hope I didn't offend you in any way. That's not my intentions. Oh, wait, you guess I got another one. This ironic. Live action, yes. Fire, what if to MCU? Marvel will be taking a huge risk of losing the mainstream audience if the live action MCU gets comic style odd. I probably agree to that. And I didn't like. Maybe I got a little worked up, but I wasn't like taking that as like attack or anything. I appreciate the super chats.
It came with a super chat.
Yeah. No. I super appreciate the super chats, and
we finished watching. We're just talking about it now. Enjoy Anthrax. It has a really cool ending that will connect to the remaining 2 episodes.
As far as that risk you're talking about, I have to agree. I think Marvel has, I don't know what to call this. I think like, I guess research, they have like they do really good research like to things pertaining to their audience. I don't know the word for that. Like research and development teams that they like might have to like kind of get the audience feedback. There's a word for it. I just can't think of it. Dang it. Yeah, I can't think of the word. But I think Disney, Marvel, they do a really good job at knowing like what their audience likes. And I think they also do a good job at planning things out. And honestly, I have a lot of faith in Kevin Feige.
Yeah, honestly, Kevin Feige is the freaking glue.
I just have a lot of faith in Kevin Feige. I mean, the dude's been in the industry for a really long time. He's worked with Marvel since like the first X-Men films. And I just think the guy's a genius. And I don't think we've really been like led astray so far by him and by the team. Yeah, and like some people may not like some movies that come out, but I think the overall like collective story has been pretty good. And I think with like Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man No Way Home and like pretty much like I think all the like these movies that are coming out are going to be like really big, which is why we have the Disney Plus shows that are like kind of the smaller stories. But like if you look at Ant-Man, he was never like, his movies were never like super, super big, right? But I think Ant-Man 3 is going to be huge with the, introduction of Kang, and the Multiverse of Madness is going to be bonkers. And, so we hear. We already know about Spider-Man. And what are the other movies? The Marvels, are going to have a lot of superheroes in them already as it is. It's going to be a huge movie. I mean, there's just like so much huge stuff coming up that I just kind of have faith um, that they know their audience, they know what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, you bring up a really good point, and I agree with you, but no, but I just would add that I'm not so afraid of that mistake happening because I trust Feige, and maybe we have this conversation in a year after we've seen some movies, and it's like, oh,
I agree.
you have something to worry about, but
I agree with what he said 100%. But I also feel like we are getting to that point in the generational gap where Marvel might not necessarily need to rely on those comic fans anymore. You know, we're going to get to the point in the next 10 years where a lot of these kids haven't even read the comics. And, you know, Marvel is what Kevin Feige says Marvel is, not what it used to be. So there is to an extent, I believe, that separation that's happening as we get into the more digital world and kids aren't reading comics. You know, these people who grow up with Tom Holland as their Spider-Man, and there will be that difference eventually, that they're going to start writing comic books off of the movies, not the other way around.
I actually question now, and Kevin Feige has, stated plenty of times that, these stories are inspired by the comics. They're obviously not like
shot for shot
remakes, like not even close, right? Mm-hmm. Like look at Infinity Gauntlet.
Like, oh yeah,
it's so different. It's the X-Men.
It's so
Fantastic
different.
Four. Like everyone's there. Nebula takes the gauntlet, snaps. Mephisto's involved. It also it takes place in space, right? In like this huge giant structure that Thanos made. It's so different, but it's inspired by that. Also, the gauntlet doesn't like deteriorate whenever you snap.
Thanos is about 150 million times stronger.
Yeah, like Thanos uses it so much. But I question now how many of the fans of the MCU actually read comics.
No, yeah, and that's why I was bringing up that point, is because I do think a good majority of the fans are, us, those older guys who grew up reading comics and then watching the animated show on Saturday morning, and then all of a sudden movies started coming out. But everybody younger than us who were, 10 when Iron Man came out, and maybe even a little younger or older, that's a whole different generation of fans that Marvel's probably more focused on than even us.
I would also say that, not argue.
They're saying your mic's
I would also
quiet.
It's not. I checked my audio.
Okay.
Guys, if it is, you turn me up a little bit.
Sorry about
that. Train of thought.
Hey, Marina.
I also think
hey,
Iron Man.
Hey, Torque. Thanks for your point, Torque.
This is actually one of the reasons why I love Iron Man so much and have an emotional connection to him. I think he mainstreamed a lot of this. Not in the comics, because his comics were not very successful.
His comics were failures.
So MCU Iron Man streamlined superhero culture, I guess is what I'll call it. And I'm totally not neglecting everything that happened with like DC and all the Batmans and everything before, and the Fantastic Fours and the X-Men and everything like that. But the start of the MCU was something special, and I think
built on Iron Man's back.
And Iron Man built it, and I think he really. Whereas, like in the past, like we were nerds for liking comics, like in the way that people would use it in a derogatory way. And Iron Man, and of course everyone before him, Spider-Man, X-Men, the Fantastic Four, all the Batmans that came before him, Keaton. Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale. I think they all paved this way to eventually lead up to Iron Man, to kind of mainstream.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun
and make it like the good nerd.
And hey, Marina.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
Like, yeah.
So
no, I'm a big fan of Iron Man.
But I think the most important, and we see in the comment section and in Twitter and in personal conversations nonstop, oh, big fan service, big fan service, big fan service. And I think that there are moments put in there for fans, for comic book fans, for superhero fans, for pop culture fans. But I think Kevin Feige's first priority is Marvel, and then the fans. He's trying to create something that can continue on its own. And for the sake of adding, fan services and losing some of that substance, I just don't think Kevin Feige has interest in that. I do. The guy lives, breathes and just everything he does is Marvel, and his first priority is going to be Marvel and the future of Marvel.
Yeah, totally. Well, that was a chat tonight, guys.
Yeah, we got in deep, boys. That was fun.
That was some deep chats, but I don't ever mind going deep like that. I know some people shy away from it, but we only ever have good intentions, when we talk about, like, yeah, we may not like some of the same characters, but that's okay.
One day, Warren and I will get on, and we'll find the thing we most disagree on, and we'll just yell at each other for an hour.
You do it in real life one day. So, but I really like this episode. I don't know.
It was a good turn for What If.
I don't know. Does it beat Strange Supreme episode for me?
This is my new number 1 favorite. Strange Supreme's now number 3 or 4 for me.
This was lighter.
That you could say that, yes. That's kind of an understatement.
But I liked how I liked the emotion.
The shock factor.
I liked the emotion, the shock factor. Like, I don't know why. I really liked him trying to save her over and over again, and I like the fact that he couldn't.
No, there's no questioning that it was a fantastic episode. The question is which was better.
Yeah.
I'm putting this at my number 1. It had everything I wanted to see in What If. As much as I enjoyed the surprise and the shock of Strange Supreme, I just like to see these characters in a different light. And there were so many of them in this with the original voices, and it was just a lot of fun. I'm going to give this one my number 1. Oh, Marina, thank you for the 15 super chat. I appreciate it. Don't go too deep, winky face.
I think it does take my number 1 favorite episode for What If, because I don't know when the last time I laughed as loud as I did.
That's true.
And some of these, it gave me some really good laughs that I don't think I've gotten in a long time from, like, a show that's not specifically a comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, I would say this takes my number 1.
There you go.
But Strange Supreme's a very close one.
Well, I think we'll be seeing more of him. We've seen him and Party Thor together in the trailer, so you'll get to see Strange Supreme and Party Thor hanging out together. I think that's going to happen.
I think that would be cool. And I think if we were going to see anybody in the live action MCU, the Watcher, I think he would be the one person.
He's the bridge, right?
Right, he's the bridge. But if I had to bring number 2, I would say Strange Supreme. But hey, rumors of Haley Atwell showing up, and I really, really want to see her live action doing the Captain Carter thing. Because I don't know why, I really enjoyed the first episode. The story wasn't that different, but I liked watching the Captain Carter animation and her throw the shield and everything like that. I would love it more if it was live action.
After the last What If episode, we should have at hand ready, written out, our 1 through 9 favorite, or 8, or whichever it is now, episodes, and we'll bang them out.
You're saying do that after everything?
Well, I'm going to try to have the list done beforehand, because I'm going to get all confused if I try to do it live. But yeah, we should do it after everything's done. Bang through them all.
You're talking about our favorite list?
Yeah, of the What Ifs.
Yeah. We can do 1 through 8, but we have 2 more episodes left.
No, I'm saying after the last one, yeah, we'll do them all.
Yeah. We have 2 more left, and I think probably the next one's going to be Assemble the Multiverse. It's either going to be like the Guardians of the Multiverse or like the Avengers of the Multiverse or something like that.
The last one will be, what if the Watcher stops watching? Starts playing. Give me the remote.
Yeah.
That'll be fun too. I'm pumped for the next 2 episodes now, actually.
Yeah, see, a lot of people this is what I like. A lot of people are like, oh, your second episode's the best, this episode's the best. Like, I'm glad you all like those episodes. I'm glad that we all have different episodes that we like the most. Like, I always encourage, like, even when we do reviews, and if I like a movie or don't like a movie, I always encourage people to make their own opinions.
There's some people day one.
I've always said, make your own opinion. Don't just, base it off of ours. But for those of you, I saw some people talking about like Shang-Chi or something like that. I still think that movie's freaking gold. That's one of my top 5 favorite Marvel movies now. And I mean, it's got the highest Rotten Tomatoes audience rating ever out of like any Marvel movie. So clearly, a lot of people share my same opinion. But
where did Shang-Chi end up for you?
I haven't decided if
ranking.
it's taken. I haven't decided if it's 4 or 5, which would be Ragnarok. It fights with Ragnarok, so it's Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and then Ragnarok or Shang-Chi.
The way I'm explaining it when I'm asked, because I have a hard time comparing Endgame to, Captain America.
Well, obviously.
So I'm just talking like the way when I'm asked, it's my second favorite origin movie of all time for Marvel.
What's your first?
Iron Man.
Iron Man?
Hands down. No questions asked. I don't think anything will ever beat Iron Man for me. I've seen it 150 million times.
Well, that's a different ranking. Like, ranking just the origins.
Well, that's how I've been able to explain it. Because how do you compare Endgame to any other movie in Marvel? It's just hard.
I personally compare my overall enjoyment of the movie.
Right.
And in that enjoyment comes the qualms I have with the movie as well.
Right, you have to add all that. I'd really have to sit down and make a real list. I've never actually done it. But Shang-Chi's without a doubt my second favorite origin film. The character is going to be phenomenal moving forward, and I can't wait to see what he brings to the table.
Yeah, and I think, speaking of specifically Shang-Chi, I actually thought it was a beautiful movie.
It was
like visually and story-wise.
Gorgeous.
I just think a lot of it was done so well. Now, I did give it like a 9 out of 10 because, well, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know. I don't know who's seen it yet. I don't know who hasn't seen it yet.
That's true as well.
My qualm
I know a lot of people still haven't.
Right. My qualm is with the part of the end.
Right. I know exactly what you're referring to as well. But yeah.
Right.
No,
and it's not that big of a deal.
But it's enough. It's enough to be a qualm. I have qualms.
It's enough to be a qualm.
I have qualms.
And I stated that in my review that I did. I just there's one part, but overall I love that movie. Like Mr. Anderson said right there, it's seriously a phenomenal movie.
It's a masterpiece. I think I would call it a masterpiece.
I feel like someone said that. I don't know who. But hey guys, this was fun.
Blast.
It was. I actually like kind of getting into these conversations.
That's one of our best what if chats, I think. Today.
Yeah, even though it wasn't entirely about what if. But to circle back, I think the episode was great. I think actually the Captain Marvel did play a really good part in the episode. I think it was perfect. I don't think I have qualms with this episode. Speaking of qualms, for what it was, I think it was awesome. I think everything had a really good purpose. I think all the different characters showing up were really great. I think Loki showing up and them talking about them being brothers were great. I think the fight between Thor and Captain Marvel was fantastic. I think the interaction with Jane Foster and Thor was fantastic. That even though it wasn't the same, they still got together. Because I like that. I like this idea of like fate.
They're destined to be together, right?
Right. They're destined to be together. I really. Kind of.
I agree with you on that.
Strange, they're destined to not be together. Right? It's like I like that. I don't have any qualms with this.
Thanks for stopping by, Marina, and supporting. Take care.
Nope. No qualms. So, all right, everybody, that's it for today. I'm gonna have some interesting videos coming out tomorrow, I think.
Sounds like it.
Well, there's a lot of news that came out tonight, and I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. So it's super late for me right now, so I might decide in the morning, or I might decide right now. I'm not sure, but good videos tomorrow. So I appreciate everybody showing up tonight. I appreciate everybody who chatted, and of course, I always appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate Mr. Anderson being a great mod. As always, and even if you're just here watching, not chatting or anything like that, thanks for being here. We super appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. And 2 episodes left, and I think it's about to get big. I think it's about to get fun. Exciting, because I think the connectivity is about to make it up on another level.
I agree.
So, yeah. So, all right. I will see you guys next week, and then the week after that, we're gonna get a little bit of a break. But Oh, we're both gonna be out of town the next live
week,
stream.
yeah. I
But
might
we'll
try to
still have-
log into Louis' computer or something. I'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll still have the live streams. We're just gonna be remote. But yeah, guys,
Ooh,
don't
I'm gonna be
forget to
tired
subscribe
that
to
day.
Chris. There
Hi,
we
I'm
go.
Chris.
If you haven't, over at Cosmic Culture, Mr. Anderson just dropped the links
Because he's a stud.
for it in the chat. Go.
There's
be
fun
sure to
stuff over
subscribe
here
to him.
too, guys.
Be sure to subscribe to Chris. Great channel. He's also like a room away from me right now.
Hi.
And he edits for Cosmic Wonder.
That's
So.
me. So whenever there's
Yeah.
a mess up, it's usually my fault.
It's
Although today I fixed one of your mistakes.
What did I mess up on today?
You called the title chilled, not child. But I fixed it.
You called it chilled.
No, you called it chilled.
Shut
I didn't
up.
do the title today. You did.
All right.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
No problem, Sarah. Appreciate that. I'm glad everybody could come in here and chat and we can talk about this stuff. So, all right. Love you guys all. Catch you guys in a week. Woof woof.
Oof. And to all the members over here on my chat, huge appreciation for you guys supporting, stopping by. A lot of you guys are not only members, but you're super chatting. You're involved. You're here every week. Bayleaf, Marina, Jake, if you're still out there, Snapped Away. You guys are the best. And the rest of you who aren't members or super chatting, just being here, watching in the background, being involved in the conversation, it's a lot of fun. Honestly, Warren and I have a blast doing these live streams. It's a unique experience that we've been able to encounter because of Disney Plus. And getting to talk to you guys on personal level has just been a blast. It really has. John Atkins, I left Warren for Chris. Well, thanks for stopping over here, mate. I appreciate it. And Torqued, I got to catch some sleep before work tomorrow. Lates, Chris. Here's 5 big ones to go towards some new clutch or brake levers. Thank you. I spent $240 on my clutch and brake levers that I had to fix. So I do appreciate that, Torque. It can go towards it. Stay safe, everybody. Have a good night. Medego, you were here the whole time. Love me some Aussie love. And thanks for being in here. And all of you guys, just all around, ton of fun. This Saturday, we're going live. We're getting a Stranger Things trailer on Saturday. So be there or be squared. Super excited about that. A lot of hype. Season 4. That people have been waiting for a very, very long time. Teague, you don't need to worry about it. Membership's not required. It's appreciated. Those of you guys who can do it, but definitely not here to money grab from you guys. You're a really, really solid member of the community, and that's all that matters, Teague. You ain't got to worry about it. But guys, I'm gonna hop off too. Got a busy day tomorrow. Lots of news coming out tonight, like Warren was saying. So try to get some sleep right now so I can get up early and get to work. And join the Discord. If you want to join my Instagram, I actually posted a picture yesterday. I'm going to drop links for everything. If you haven't already, check them out if you can, if you want to. There's my Twitter, where I do post movie news daily. Here's my Discord, which is the best way to stay up to date with what's going on in the cosmic culture community. And here is my Instagram, if you give a crap about what I'm doing or want to see some more pictures of my cat. I do watch The Boys, and it is a lot of fun. I'm excited for this next season coming out real soon. But guys, that's it for me. It's hot. I'm tired. Fun episode. I'm going to hop off. Everybody stay safe. And I will see you guys next time